Hello friends, welcome to the Basics of Geography series, and this is our IS Conclave Institute which provide you free as well as premium videos. And for updated notifications and videos, please subscribe our YouTube channel IS Conclave. And this is our initiative Geography Incubation Series for Civil Services Examination, and especially for those students who lack command on the fundamental and basics of the geography. And I am Rohit Mandan here to facilitate you so that you can strengthen your concept on basics of geography. Now look at igneous textures. In this session, we will cover igneous textures. We have already covered many topics in this. Okay, now in this session, we will cover igneous textures. What are textures? We already have covered. Now, in this session, we will tackle these questions, identify and describe the 6 major igneous textures. Okay, what are these 6 major igneous textures? These are the 6 major igneous textures: aphanitic, phaneritic, porphyritic, vesicular, glassy, and pyroclastic textures. Okay, we already have covered these about 3. We already have covered. For these, you can refer our IS Conclave YouTube channel. And now in this session, we will cover vesicular texture. Okay, what are vesicular textures? So in this diagram, you can see these are the vesicular textures. Okay, so these are the vesicular texture, and pumice is a very excellent example of the vesicular texture. Now look at the vesicular texture. What are vesicular textures? Okay, what are these? So when rock pitted with these cavities. Okay, so when rock pitted with cavities, these cavities are called vesicles. Okay, so when rock is pitted with the cavities or vesicles, the rock contain the vesicular texture. Okay, so this type of rock called as contain vesicular texture. So what are vesicular textures? We have understand what are vesicular texture. Now we will look at the formation of the how they form. Okay, so we have to understand the formation through the magma eruption, how magma erupts. So whenever this is the earth surface, okay, so whenever magma erupts from the mantles, okay, so whenever magma erupts from the mantle, we know that the nature of the magma contain gaseous, okay, liquid and solid components. So whenever magma erupts, whenever magma reach to the near the surface, so there is enough pressure release. Okay, at this point, enough pressure release. So what happened at this point? The dissolved gases in the magma, separate out from this solution. So whenever these separate out from this solution, they form gaseous bubble. And this gaseous bubble called as cavities, what we call vesicles. So when ultimately and finally this magma reach at the surface as in a lava, it cools, and whenever it cools, okay, when it cools completely, rock solidify, and these solidified rock trap these cavities within the rock. So whenever rock trap these cavities, this gaseous bubble within the rock, it forms vesicular texture. So this type of rock form vesicular textures. Now we will read this. Common feature of many extrusive rocks. So this is a feature of the extrusive rocks. So if this is a feature of extrusive rock, it will find in the aphanitic जो rock होंगे उसमें पाई जाएंगी, and जो glassy textures rock होंगे उनमें भी ये पाई जाएंगी. Are voids left by gas bubbles that escape lava as lava solidify. So as we have understand through this process, so these nearly spherical opening are called vesicles. Okay, and the rock that contain them are said to have vesicular texture. Now look at this diagram. So this type of rock, this is an example of the pumice rock. Okay, pumice rock. So pumice जो rock है, it is formed through this process and it contain vesicular texture. So you will notice that these are the small or large. So there are various type of the vesicles you will find. There were enough large vesicles, enough small vesicles. Now this is how whenever you see in a movie, like in the many movies based on the volcanic eruptions, so you will find that the lava, whenever magma erupts as in a lava, it solidify and cooling. So this type of the scene you have ever seen in these movie types. Okay, so these types of the lava have formed this type of rocks, and this type of rock contain vesicles within the trapped within these rocks and called as the vesicular texture. And this is ultimate example, you can see here how it looked like. Okay, so this is how we have covered our vesicular texture. So we understand the vesicular textures. Okay, formation of the vesicular texture. In the upcoming session we will cover the glassy and the pyroclastic textures, and for these videos please subscribe our YouTube channel and share our videos so that you can and your friends reach our basics of geography series videos and lectures. Thank you guys.